Sunday, but wanted to give it a go. Wanted to come out here to see what the area looks like. It's been a warmer spring and kind of like a warmer winter than normal. And so I'm actually expecting this area to hold bears sooner. By the end of the season last year, I was seeing bears pretty consistently in here. So I'm hoping that happens sooner than later this go round. But even in the beginning of the season last year, I saw a little chocolate color vase. I saw a pretty big jet black walking in a closed logging road. So I've got my bow with me, partially because I haven't put enough time in shooting my rifle, partially because I just love shooting my bow, love bow hunting, and I honestly feel pretty confident with it right now. But if the bears are cruising these closed logging roads like they did last year, I should actually have a decent chance, if the wind is good and if I'm positioning myself well, to actually get a bear with the bow out here. So crossing my fingers, but I'm gonna take my time working down and just seeing what the area looks like this year. But it feels so good to be back out and to be chasing bears. So I'm hopeful that I have some good action this spring. Alright, so I either glanced at my first bear or my first deceptive like stump. It could be a tree well, like a tree that's tipped over and the root wad that's sticking up. But it has like a super like deep color to it, and it definitely got my adrenaline going. So I'm gonna get closer and we'll see if I'm overly excited, which I could probably tell you is already true. But we'll see if it's actually a bear or not. I've got about like an hour and a half until last light. I'll see if we can. It is probably, it's about 1,000 yards away, like in this little zone. In this little zone, like right in there. So, go check it out. Feel free to skip this if you don't like bathroom talk. It's for sure gonna be a TMI. But shout out to the guys and gals who go into the woods and their bodies kick into gear and they don't poop for like 5 days. I think I've literally been out here for an hour. I just had to drop everything because I had something working its way through that wasn't gonna wait even till I got home on an evening hunt. I'm gonna be out here for a few hours. So again, props to you whose bodies function in a way where everything's held in. Mine is potentially the opposite, where it's like freedom. Alright, I finally got to this stretch of the road that I wanted to hit. The closer I got to the bear, the more it was obvious that it was just like a weird shaped stump. So, swing and a miss on that one. Nature 1, Shane 0. I got to this little section of road where it gives me best opportunity to glass like this south facing over here. There's a few deer in this bigger meadow, but this is a spot where I saw a chocolate colored vase last year, and then as I was walking back one day, turned, thought it was just burnt stump through a tree, picked up the glass, and ended up seeing like a So, huge bummer, but this spot's special to me, I think partially just because it's where I've started seeing bears, so I'm still new to spring bear hunting, and yeah, this zone started producing bears for me last year, as I just kept coming back, so I'm still pretty confident in it. Again, seems early for right now, but you never know. Alrighty. Evening number 2 for the spring season. We're gonna do things pretty similarly to last time. Instead of like walking this up a road, I'm just gonna drop straight down to hit a lower road sooner. Still gonna try to take it slow to kind of like pick it apart as I'm going, but still just trying to get down there a little bit quicker than I did last time. I didn't have much time to do anything else last week, so we'll see what's around. We'll see how everything looks a week later, but always feels good to be back. See if I can show you. I spent some time just glassing this opposite face as I walk to the stretch of road. And still just not seeing the growth on this road yet that I'm really looking for. So yeah, spent some time glassing the opposite side. Saw a couple deer, one elk. I couldn't see if there's more elk along the way, but yeah, just beautiful evening again. Moon's popping up over this hill over here. I'll see if I can show you guys. Just absolutely beautiful. Alright, evening of day 3. This one's a little bit different tonight, coming out on a weekend night. A super busy week this week with the family, so these nights always make me nervous. I was nervous driving up to this spot, passing more trucks than I normally see just on a random weekend evening, and so I was a little just anxious until I finally got here and saw that nobody else was here. So we've gotten some good rain this past week, and so the rest of the weather this week honestly is not supposed to be super great. Today's the warmest day, and so that's kind of why I wanted to get out today as well. So hoping for a little break in the weather, see if any bears pop out here at the end of the evening. This is day 4. I haven't been out for a couple weeks. We had a super busy couple weeks at home, and then just this last week at work, I was hoping to be able to do like a weekend trip this weekend. Ended up hurting my back a little bit at work. I had slipped a disc a couple years ago, and I felt like I strained some muscles in my lower back, so played it safe, had kind of a low-key weekend, but it's Saturday, and so I'm gonna spend the rest of the day out. I think it's like right around 3 p.m. So yeah, it's been a couple weeks since I've been to this spot, which I'm actually looking forward to, just seeing how it's changed. We've had that like week of rain, and now it's been in the like 60s, 70s for probably just under a week, so we should have a lot of green up. I'm hoping, yeah, bears have started cruising on this side, so we will see how it goes, but cross my fingers tonight's night for bear number 1, and potentially the one and only bear I need this season, so we'll give it a go. See flowers starting to pop up. Should be glacier lilies if I'm remembering correctly. Good to see, good sign. I'm hunkered down on the logging road. I've walked most of the way that I normally would on a typical evening hunt, and the grass is looking great, honestly, but still haven't seen any sign on the road, so I'm just gonna glass across canyon again, see if I'm seeing anything. I've picked up those elk a few times, but seeing if I can see anything else. Otherwise, I'll probably keep going down. I'm just gonna sit and eat something too. I'll probably keep working my way down the road. But sort of discouraging. Definitely expected more action in this spot this year, especially for time of year. Pretty mild winter. I thought they'd hit the spot early, but that has not been the case. Bird. So kept walking the logging road. Basically got to a point where I could cut across and like go back all the way to where the truck is. But the way the wind's going, if there was anything that came out on that other side that I've already been on, I would blow everything out. So I'm just gonna double back, walk the road back, then work my way back up as the wind's coming down, just to see if anything is popping out. It's right around 7:15 right now, so still no action yet. Well, already feeling like a rookie. This is day 4, like my 4th time coming out to this spot for the evening. I've hunted just like a couple evenings closer to home and bumped into some bears, so I'll show you guys those videos. But I did not go through all my gear to make sure I still had everything, so I thought I had another layer in my pack, which I don't. It's super breezy tonight, so might be a little chilly. And then I also left my inReach at home, so I'm alive. Previous time that I was out here, I was showing you guys the different flowers that were popping up, and now, like in the sides, like off these logging roads, all those flowers are gone. So obviously guessing something jumped on them, hoping that's a bear. We'll see if there's any sign on this initial road. Then I'll keep pushing down to just check some other spots, but things are looking good. It's super green right now, so hopeful. My camera battery died, so I just left it back up by the truck. But I've worked my way back down, and the grass I think is as tall as I've ever seen it, and still no bear sign So honestly, yeah, kind of shocking to me so far, but again, it could be just a milder winter that they didn't really hit this spot this year, that they just went up higher and yeah, haven't come here. So yeah, crazy to me still. I feel like every time I'm just like shocked. It literally like everything is right here that a bear can need, but no bears. So I'll start heading back, see if anything came out on the logging roads up above. Otherwise, day 4, still no bears over here. All right, just got to the spot. This is day 5, I believe. I'm like probably 30-45 minutes later than I was hoping to be, because I stopped on the way, helped a couple change a flat tire. So glad I was there, glad I had everything that they needed. They didn't have a jack or anything to actually change their tire with or put their spare onto, so I was glad I was around. But I'm also rocking the Peaks Treeline Pursuits Western Bear Tour hoodie. It's been my good luck charm so far this spring season. Both times I've worn it while hunting, I've seen bears, so crossing my fingers this is the one that counts. Just hoping for a big boar, seeing, sound cubs, some small bears that I could have closed the distance on, but wanting a mature bear for sure. So working down this initial little face, and just everything is so green. It's looking good. It's also kind of nice and freshly wet to where I feel like I can move quietly. It feels really still right now. But if there's a time where I felt like I could actually close the distance on a bear, like today would be that day for sure. It just feels like I can move really quietly today. So I'm gonna try to keep going slow, make sure there's not a bear on this road before I drop down onto it, and then cross my fingers that find one feeding. Just got to a point where I can start seeing other logging roads, and saw something that I could tell was an animal. Hoping it was like a cool, like light chocolate color face, but it ended up just being an elk. I could only see like the middle part of its body. I'll see if I can get a video of it. Just moved down a little bit off the road, so not as good visibility, but you can see its butt. It's hard to see, but that's the butt way up there. Not way up there, but way over there. Alright, I climbed back up. The weather kind of took a turn for the worse right at the end, so it's raining right now pretty good. Bumped a few deer on the way up, but no bears. So again, I think that's a wrap for me on this spot this spring. Hoping to take what I learned from this spot, keep applying it, try to keep fine-tuning just where things are different times of the year, kind of based on the weather that we've had too. It was a pretty mild winter, but then it's been a wet spring, so I'm anticipating things are pushed higher up into different zones. Just kind of out of this little bowl that last year there was plenty of activity in, but this year definitely not the case. So looking forward to hopefully Doing some fall bear hunting. Really intentionally chasing fall bear. Haven't done that yet, so yeah. Always looking forward to learning more. How to chase different species, different times of the year. So fall bear, finding those berry patches. Yeah, should be pretty fun. So we'll give it a go in the fall. See if we can designate any time for fall bear while we're chasing elk. So hope you guys have had a good spring though. Thanks for following along. Sorry there wasn't more action and adventure, but always more to come. All right, see ya.